everybody, again I'm just pre-recording these intros. I'm just letting you know, in case I haven't said it, that this is part 3 of my palette collection and this is just my small palettes, and let's just dive straight into it. Okay, like I said, for this part we have 2 drawers left. So the first one, they're right next to each other as you can see, and they're 2 small drawers, so this part is just going to be like my tiny palettes. And we'll start at the front here, which is mostly my little collection palettes. And the first one that we have is this collection On The Go Sassy Pinks, which I have actually done a video on. And then you get some shimmers in here, and they're quite pigmented. I love these little palettes. Then we've got the Girl On The Go, which has got some like nice mustard blues. It's more of like grungier palette. Then we have Badass in Green, which is obviously this like aquamarine blue greens palette, and I absolutely adore this palette. Then over here there are some more collection palettes, and these are the Eyes Uncovered range. So we have Just Nude, which I have used again in my full face collection video, and I love that palette. This one is Rock On. I do love this palette, but they're literally mostly shimmers and only 2 mattes. So I wish there was more mattes in there, and I think that would have been a brilliant palette. Then we have Elemental, which is a smoky palette, and I love this palette to pieces. Then we have Wildflower, and I love the shades in here. It's like a proper spring palette, and I feel like we're nearly past spring. This one is Bare Rose, and again, these are all shimmers, and it would have been lovely to have some mattes in there because this could have created an amazing look. So I'm going to try and test this palette, but I'm going to have to use mattes from another shade palette. It's a really old palette. This is their first Eyes Uncovered palette, and this is the new bronze one, and I used to use this palette to death, and I'm someone who never gets rid of anything. Then IMAT's, I think 2 years ago or last year, I got these Vise Art palettes, and this is the Rose Edit palette, and I love the way that these open up. I've never used it. They were like the most expensive purchase from IMAT's, and I'm so scared to use them. But if you want a video on these, please let me know, because I know Beauty Bay usually put them on sale, and it'd be nice to see what they perform like. And this is the Warm Edit. Then I bought these in a Christmas gift set. To be fair, last Christmas I bought myself presents because I was having a really tough time at the end of last year. So I bought myself a whole load of presents for myself. And these are the Rimmel Magnify-Eyes. So this is the Spice edition. This is the Jules Rock, and this one everyone raves about, so I can't wait to use it. And this is a neutral one, and it's obviously called Nude Eyes. Then here I have some Mocha Mix Nika K palettes, and these you can get from Beauty Base. And this is the Mocha Mix one, and I have actually used this one because this is definitely a more me palette. Then we have Sugar Plum, which I've yet to use, and there's not really many mattes in here, but I feel like this will create a lovely look. This one I can't wait until it's autumn again because it's called Autumn Spice, and I feel like this is a perfect palette for autumn. Then we have Under the Sea, and every time I hear the name Under the Sea I think of Sebastian the Crab from Ariel, and this palette literally just reminds me of that crab. And the last one is called Poison Apple, and I don't know if there's any more in the range, but I picked up all of the ones that I could see in the shop. And this one, look at them shimmers. Sorry, my light is to the side, so because I'm in quite a tight space over here. Then we have some Beauty Glazed palettes, and these I bought off of Wish for a couple of quid. And this is the Neptune palette, and obviously it's got more blues in there. Then we have the Mars palette. I also love the packaging of these. And this is the Uranus palette. I love these. This is the Saturn palette. This one I can't wait to pull out again in autumn. I need to like remember some of these and in autumn do a nice look. And last but not least, this is Jupiter, which is a more me palette. Then we have loads of these Technic palettes, and this one is in Hypnotize, which is a lovely pinks, purple, one purple but mainly pinks. Then we have Magnetizing, which is just shimmers. And again, I get these small palettes because I do want to do like a comparison video, but I just haven't got around to it. And this is Tempting. Some more nudes. Then we've got Captivated, which I have opened and swatched this one because it just drew to my attention straight away. Enticing, which is just like an autumnal nude palette. Intrigued, which has got like your purples and your pinks and your orange. And then we have Mesmerizing, which is just some greens. So first here we have one of my favourite palettes, and I ordered 2 Mistake. So at some point when I hit a milestone, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and I will be giving away a collection of this Barry M featuring Analingus. And this is my favourite. Like, this is just such a wearable palette, and you can even make the colours wearable as well. So I can't wait to give someone else the chance to win one of these, because I've still got a sealed one. And then we've got the Wildlife palettes, which I think is an amazing cause, and this is number 2, and I did just do a review on this palette and absolutely adore it. This is number 1. Look at them colours. And then this one, I can never say the name. Oh, Pangolin. I think that's how you say it, or Pangolin. Look at that. Kind of suits the animal. This is the Rhino palette, which has a glitter in it, and I love the glitter in these palettes. Then we have a really old style e.l.f. palette, and this is in Nude Rose Gold, which literally is just, it's more like, yeah, like the pinkier nudes. Then I have a Sunkissed Sweet Berry palette, and these remind me of those little MUA palettes. And then this one in the shade Warm Nudes. And then this one in Natural Vibes, which is really weird. Last but not least in these drawers are my e.l.f. quads. And these I absolutely adore. I have done a whole video on these. That one is Berry Bad. And that is Hot Jalapeno. This one is Truffles. Can't wait to use this one in autumn. This is Pumpkin Pie. I did a video using this, and this is Acai. And yeah, I'm probably butchering the name, sorry. Then we have Cream and Sugar. And last but not least from this drawer is Rosewater. And this is the last small drawer, so we're actually getting close to the ending. And this is what the last drawer looks like. So again, small palettes. There's no reason why I've organised the way I've organised them. I've just kind of organised by brand. I could have probably fit more in here and compact it a bit, but then I wouldn't be able to see. My dog's digging right behind. Then I wouldn't be able to see everything. So yeah, this is why it looks like this. So I can actually see what I have. So the first thing we have over here are these NYX Ultimate palettes. This is the Cool Neutrals palette, which just looks like this. Then we have Phoenix, which is one of more of the newer ones. Now this one is Warm Neutrals, which I have used plenty of times and absolutely love this palette. This one is called Ash, and it's more cool tone with some greens and blues in there. This one is the Brights palette, which I'm gonna actually test this and see if NYX eyeshadows are that pigmented to be really bright. My dog's just growling at herself. This is the Cool and Smoky palette, and I have actually used this in a tutorial before, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog running around going crazy. Then we have 2 of these L'Oreal palettes. I have the Eyes Go Wild. This is the Eyes Go Wild palette, and I have used this in a tutorial. I love it. I think it was just the glitter shade needs a bit more to stick onto your eyelid. Then we have Cherry My Cherie, which I haven't used but looks like something I would adore. At the front we have some mini Violet Voss palettes, and these are called the fun sized ones, and this is in the shade Creme Brulee, which I've not used these, but I love Violet Voss eyeshadows. Just behind it I have a NYX Ultimate Edit, and this is the Warm Edit one, and I absolutely love this. I've used this in a video with a testing makeup video. Absolutely adore it. And we have a NYX Cosmic Metals, and this is in the shade 01, and then one of their Live Lingerie palettes, and again I think this is in the, yep, just 01. So that I have these little L'Oreal Eyes palettes, and they were too big to fit into my single shadow drawers and too small to fit into my bigger drawers, so it ended up in here. And this is Luminous Purple, Purple Drama, Luminous Brown. Then I have two of these Revlon eyeshadows, and these are the Revlon Photo Ready palettes, and this is in Metropolitan 501, which did come with a brush, but I get rid of these little ones. And this is 520 Watercolour. Now my dog's digging under the bed hoping she can find something. Then I have two of these MUA Luxe eyeshadow palettes, and this is in the shade Enrapture. They just look like this. I've never used them, but I just thought they were cool, and they're more of like a baked texture. And this one seems more me, it's Enchanted. Then we have some of these Tanya Burr palettes. And this is Fairy Tale, Hollywood, and Galaxy. Then some Wet n Wild, and this one is in the shade My Glamour Squad, VI Purple. Cosmic Collision, this one I have done a video on, and I do like it. To be fair, I don't really have negative things to say about certain palettes unless they really don't work, but most palettes you can make work, even the cheaper ones. Comfort Zone, Nude Awakening, and I think these were like reformulated of the old palettes. Rosé in the Air. Then I have one of these Gosh palettes, and this is number 5 to Party in London. I only have one, but look at that. I've never actually, wow, look at that shade. Then I have one of these Naked Basics palette, and this is the original one, which again I bought this because of Gabby from Velvet Ghost, because she used to use this for her eyebrows, and I thought, oh, I could do that, and I never did. Then I have a few of these small MUA palettes. This is Glamour Golds, and look, I just love golds. Dusky Curiosities, and I know I bought these because Sophie Louise raves about one of these palettes, and I'm sure we'll get to it. Rusted Wonders, and this is all shimmers. This is all mattes, and it's called Matte Scorched Marble. I feel like you can get a nice little look out of this. These are two MUA palettes that I have actually done reviews on. So I've got the Sundowner palette, which looks like this, and you get like a bronzer and a blush in there as well. This is the Daybreaker palette, which you actually get a highlight and an ombre blush in. And I have done a video years ago on these because they're very old. Then I got 4 of these Nip+Fab palettes, and I got these when their website was doing 75% off because I was not paying £20 for a palette like this. This is Friday Fills. I must admit though, they are really good. I love these. I use one of them, I'll show you in a minute, as one of my work ones that I use every day. So that's Friday Fills. Then we've got It's a Vibe. Just lovely neutral shades. Lash Hun. Bit more colourful, but again, these are like burnt colours. This is the one I use for work all the time, and this is Boy Bye. As you can see, it is a well-loved palette. Some more NYX ones. This is Away We Glow. I bought all these ones at IMATS. I get NYX at IMATS because it's so much cheaper. Away We Glow again. Oh, so this one was Love Beam. Got some nice burgundy shades in there. This is an Off Tropic palette in Hasta La Vista. Very bright. Again, bought these at IMATS because these are so expensive. Shifting Sand. Some more Nip+Fab palettes. These are the old ones. This is Wonderland, and it is broken. This is Sculpted. Gentle Glam, and this one, I swear, I would love to wear this in like November time. Just gives me like complete like nearly Christmas vibes. This one is jeweled. I love how all small palettes in every range, one of them's got to be called jeweled. Then we have the old style Berry M palettes, and this is the Natural Glow palette, which has a blush in there and 6 shadows. The Deluxe Metals palette, which just is all shimmers, but you should get that from the metals in the name. Fall in Love 2, I love this shadow palette, like look at the colours on there. There's people shouting at in their houses if you can hear, I don't even know what they're saying. And in this shadow palette you can actually see that the top row is all mattes and then below it has the corresponding shade in shimmer. I actually should test this one out, it looks really nice. And then I think this was a limited edition with Superdrugs, and this was their Supernatural eyeshadow palette. I absolutely adore this palette. I have done a review on this one and it is so nice. But again, this is like 3-4 years old, so it'd be one of my older videos. And that is everything in this drawer. I'm just going to start putting things back. Some people like this. Thank you for watching part 3. If there's anything you want me to do a little review on, anything you see in there that you like, just let me know and I will be sure to do it. So I will see you soon. Bye guys.